Hello, my name is Ed McClements. I'm the owner of McClements Insurance Services, and today we're going to talk about CalSavers and the alternatives to CalSavers. In this presentation that we've put together, a package of programs and information that we refer to as EZ Savings4U, it's an alternative to the CalSavers approach. In this presentation, we've really broken it down to about 10 different topics, the 10 different videos that you'll be reviewing. In this video is obviously the introduction, get to know us and a little bit about our approach. The second video, you'll be looking at why the EZ Savings4U program was developed as an alternative to CalSavers. With number 3, in that video, we're going to be talking about CalSavers in a little bit more detail, making sure that you have a working knowledge of how CalSavers is supposed to operate and to make sure you understand, if you don't use CalSavers, what you might be missing. Number 4 is going to be a legal review of the CalSavers program, what's going on in the courts right now, because the federal government and the state government are at odds as to whether or not the CalSavers program could and should be moving forward. In video 5, we're going to give you a background on ERISA, the Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974. It gives the federal background for why employers might want to consider retirement plans and the commitments that they're making to their employees when they create a retirement plan, and some of the background on how the federal government, through the Department of Labor and through the IRS, prepare employers for submitting information and providing annual updates to what they do in their retirement plans. In video 6, we're going to be talking about the basics of qualified retirement plans to give you an understanding of how the federal government sees those programs. In video 7, we're going to talk about a little bit more about the types of qualified retirement plans that are out there, not just the type of program that we're recommending with the EZ Savings4U approach, but in part number 7, you'll get an overview of the various options that you might have to consider. Part number 8, we're going to go into a little bit more detail about 401k plans. Those are probably the most common employer retirement plans. We think a lot of people have been recommending 401k plans as an alternative to CalSavers, and at least for some employers, we think 401ks are not necessarily the best fit, but we definitely want you to be educated on what a 401k can and would do for you and your employees, and that might be the right option for some people viewing these videos. And if that's the case, hopefully in that part 8 you'll learn enough about 401ks to decide if it's the right solution for you and your company. In part 9, we're going to talk about IRAs, individual retirement accounts, also referred to as individual retirement arrangements. These programs have been around for many years, and in essence form the legal background under which the EZ Savings4U program will operate. And in part number 10, we're going to talk about implementing an EZ Savings4U approach for your company to make sure that you don't have the kind of issues that might be a problem for you if you try to participate directly with CalSavers. EZ Savings4U approach should give you control over your program in a way that it's easier for you to operate and will still maintain a super low cost profile in terms of what the employer would have to fund for a retirement plan like this, and also prevent you from having some of the added legal, accounting, and fiduciary responsibilities that come with operating a full retirement program. So let's get started. Step 1, we think, is for us to introduce ourselves. We're actually a team of 3 independent professionals who have come together to create the EZ Savings4U program. In terms of my background, I've had about 44 years of employee benefit experience, with almost 30 of those years concentrating on the needs of agricultural employers and other employers with large populations of Hispanic workers with fairly low incomes and the need for creative planning because of those needs. I have been the past executive vice president of United Agricultural Benefit Trust. I've worked for some of the California's largest insurance brokerage firms, graduated from USC back in 1983, and have 2 financial designations, both the Chartered Life Underwriter and Chartered Financial Consultant. Mary Jane Eaton is a Juris Doctor graduate with a law degree. She spent a good chunk of her career working for Western Growers Assurance Trust and helping them with the legal requirements of operating their employee benefit program. She is a known speaker on topics of ERISA and COBRA and the Affordable Care Act and many other areas of employee benefit programs. She runs a compliance company called ERISA Comply, and Mary Jane has a total of over 3 decades of serving the population of agricultural employers. We've also brought into the project the attorney Doug Kerr. Doug has over 35 years of experience. He became known to Mary Jane during his time also at Western Growers running their benefit programs. And Doug is specializing in employee benefit work with ERISA knowledge, COBRA knowledge at the forefront of his professional background.